the CO2 gas unit, which now is as part of the gas unit of Keshe Foundation for sale. You dictate, I want methane unit or I want a CO2 unit. You as a human race created enough CO2 and you created mayhem for yourself. We as Keshe Foundation, CO2, doing the same. We elevate the soul of the planet. And the CO2 released brings the elusive, what we call elevation of the man, and the soul of the man, the animal, the cat, the dog, and the rest. If your CO2 could create such a global warming as you are working on, can you imagine you running the CO2 plasma systems as a gas? Conversion of one into the other. Transforming the CO2 absorbing in the systems and returning it back as a food for humanity. What this planet could not give, I have given a system today. Now you understand what is on the table, what in the past 2 weeks has been brought in. You use the fuel to burn, and at the moment when you have the methane gas, then you burn it, you get a CO2 and you get water. The same with the Keshe Foundation. But the CO2 you use for burning methane will elevate the soul of the planet. The water you produce will bring the nourishment to the seas and the oceans in the plasmatic condition to bring peaceful condition. We are sending you the CH4 methane gas units. You're happy that you've got a cheap gas. I'm happy that I start changing the man, the animal, the trees and the seas and the oceans back to life. What the planet needs to add, we add as an energy into it. Your man CO2 brought mayhem to you and what you call the global warming. The Keshe Foundation plasma CO2 brings it life. The expansion of the soul. It's not going to end. It's not going to cost you anything. When you're not using the gases, you let it flow in the air. When you need it, use part of it and again add to it. The condition and the motto of the Keshe Foundation has been on the website. We are here to serve and not to be served. Don't look, I'm going to close the gas because I'm not using it. Leave the gas open and let elevate the soul of the planet. The change, bring the change when the animal doesn't kill. When to the waters, when you're burning, it gets fed into the pipelines and into the rivers and the oceans. Burn as much as you like. There is no end to the energy of the universe. Now you understand what has been put on the table. What the past 2 weeks blueprint, as you looked at it, was to your own benefit. If I get a cheaper energy, if I get something else, now you understand. Is you serving humanity, serving the planet to bring the change and the mayhem which our previous generation, ourselves, has brought on this planet. Gas pipes from Russia, what does it bring us? More mayhem. Where do we go from here? How do we add to this knowledge? Which other ways I have to play for you to understand Keshe Foundation is not a game. It's not for your generator, it's not for your, what I call gas units, it's not for when you're sick. The beauty of it is when you use these systems, would you ever get sick again? Or would you need to eat? Because now you're in a plasma condition. When you put a CO2 or a methane gas in the house, you're always afraid of what happens to it. Now, when you burn the methane, you're feeding yourself with the free energies of the gases it produces. The air man breathes is the way he elevates himself and lives on this planet. And the introduction of the enhancement gas units is for that purpose only. What I've done is no different than what I've done in the process of the use of the system in past 10 years. Look at what we have taught you, even in your diabetic cups, in your diabetic life, in using our systems in one way or another. I gave you the gases to breathe. I gave you the gases to drink. And I gave you the gases to cover the body, to walk away from sickness. Aren't we doing now the same thing? We're giving the gases for the planet to breathe. We gave you the waters, and we gave you the plasma energy units. We fed the surface of the planet with the waters, with the gas energy units connecting to the universal system, feeding the center of the planet. And with the gases, we have covered you. The body of the man is no different than a universal system. It's just to translate how to feed. When you have corona, we tell you to wash yourself. Breathe from the cup and drink from it. You breathe, you release the gases to bring the change of the air. You do the same thing with the waters you throw in the ocean. With the energy units, we create transformation of energy across the planet. You got to realize this process for the man and the earth applies in the same way and the same level in the universal community. We say we take energy from the cosmos, we take energy from the environment to give you the generators. But this energy comes from somewhere. And it cannot be put back in to the same environment polluted. It has to be in a version that it becomes a life savior. It becomes for the expansion of the